Okay, so
Okay.
this is Last Dance at Renault's, Play Renegade, Season 1, actually. So going back a few years. Um, but you both have a haven. So you would get a text that you see when you wake up for the evening from a panicked Simon, who you know is a ghoul of Renault, who is, I wouldn't say a mentor to you guys, but you guys have done work for him. You know him fairly well. You've been to his house a lot. You know it's very fancy. It's a large mansion, fairly decent sized estate. Um, and he is a Toreador, and you know him to be extremely fussy about how things look. So he, the hedges and everything are trimmed on a daily basis, so they always look neat and perfect. He has the lawn mowed like twice a week, and not just cut, but it's mowed so that there are lawnmower lines in the grass. I mean, it's very. It looks like it looks less manicured and more sculpted. Everything just has to be perfect for him. Um, the house is neat, clean, not a speck of dust in sight. You can white glove anything. It's extremely well manicured, extremely detailed statues and artwork are around, and they're all kept clean, neat, and orderly. Um, Nothing is ever out of place when you go there. So you get a panicked text from um, Simon that says, Renauld gone, come immediately, sending a car. So I assume you respond, okay, and as soon as you leave your haven, there is a car waiting for you. It's a limo, which you recognize it as one of Renault's cars. Um, he is not known to do things subtle. He is very flashy and opulent. Um, so the fact that he sent a limo does not surprise you in the least. Um, so as you guys get in the limo, you're going to want to discuss the message. Renauld gone. Now, what you know that would mean for you is you guys have been kind of riding his coattails, okay? And you know he throws these big lavish parties. Um, the bigger the party, the flashier it is. And tonight he is playing a salon, which is like a party on steroids. It's huge, fancy, flashy. Um, However, you also know that when he plans these, he always leaves a few details to the last second because he wants nobody to know about it. He wants like the entertainment, that kind of stuff, to be a surprise to everybody. He doesn't when he picks it last minute, and he doesn't tell anybody about it until the entertainment shows up. So you would know that Renauld gone means most likely he has been destroyed in some way or another. Um, but you also know that if he's gone and everybody knows he's gone, your chances of progressing go down exponentially. Um, so if Renault's gone, being your, I don't want to use the word mentor, but kind of being your tutor,
Superior?
patriarch, whatever, um,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
you know, if he's gone and people know he's gone, you guys will likely be just kicked to the curb and left to fend for yourself. So it's you decide to it would be beneficial to all of you guys to keep the details of him no longer being around silent. Because if nobody knows, it can't come back on you. And also, you figure if people do find out about it, you'll probably end up as patsies.
Will be what?
You'll be patsies. They'll put the blame on you for whatever reason.
Okay.
more as, hey, they're new, they're young, they're scapegoats. Because a lot of people are much more powerful and experienced than you guys are. So you guys will catch the blame for it. So,
Do we have names in this game?
pardon?
Do we have names in this game?
You can name your characters whatever you want. Um, the sheet has a
Okay.
name on it, but you don't have to follow that.
Actually, mine doesn't.
Okay, neither does mine, so I'm gonna go with Jeffrey Kane. Let's go with that.
Okay. And
I
feel
will
free
go
to
with.
change your name on the server to your character name, so I don't
Okay.
mistakenly refer to you by your player name.
Yeah.
Hang on. I don't know how to do that.
So while you
Okay.
guys are doing that,
Yeah.
as you get there, you will notice some things that you would consider disturbing. The lawn looks like it hasn't been mowed in several days. The bushes and hedges and everything that you're used to being perfectly manicured every day, a couple of them are starting to look shaggy. They haven't been tended to in a couple of days. And as you get there, the inside of the house doesn't look as neat and tidy as it did, as you're used to. It looks a little disheveled and well used.
This is not the place where he has his party, correct?
Yes, it is.
It is? Okay.
Yes. He's got a large ballroom and other some side rooms. And as you head upstairs to his bedroom to look for him, you find that the window, which it's thick bulletproof glass that auto darkens when the sun comes out, the window has been shattered. And a small arms round is not going to do that. It won't even crack it. So it had to be something heavy. The room is torn apart. It quite literally looks like a bomb went off in there. And he doesn't sleep in the bed. He's got a secret room off to the side. And the panel that covers that is open. And inside, you find on his cot, for lack of a better term, it's not really a cot, it's just a less fancy bed. Just a small, just big enough for him. You find his charred remains. He is gone.
Oh, he's dead.
Yes.
Mm.
He is dead,
Okay.
dead. And
Okay.
at that point, you realize the deep pile you guys are in. Because you can't even weekend at Bernie's this guy because there's nothing left of him. He's just charred and crumbled to ash.
We can't even bring him back to life.
Okay,
No.
so he's in the bed, which is shielded from the sun, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's his body? Does it look like he was decapitated, or?
No. His cause of death is hard to suss out. You can make a intelligence and medicine check if either of you have that.
Let me see here. Medicine. Intelligence.
And would that be under skills?
Yes. Medicine
Okay, I
would be
don't
under
have any
skills.
dots in medicine, but I guess I could just roll intelligence to.
I'm not seeing where intelligence is. I have one in medicine, but I don't know where.
Oh, I have one in investigation. Could that work?
I'll give you an intelligence investigation.
Okay.
I have three. I have two intelligence and one medicine.
Okay. So that would be a pool of 3 with 1 hunger.
Okay, give me
Oh, yeah,
one
one
second.
Wait 1 second. I forgot to roll hunger as well.
And I'm just going to start you out with 1 hunger. Normally, when you wake up, you make a rouse check to see if you get hungrier, but I'm just going to assume that you succeeded.
So for me, it's pool 3, hunger 1.
Yep.
Okay.
So 2 successes.
And I got
1 success. Okay.
makes it-
So with 2 successes, and that was investigation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So with 2 successes, you're going to kind of do a forensic analysis, for lack of a better phrase, of the situation. You don't see a stake. He was somehow ambushed when he was asleep. However, you know that when you sleep, your day sleep, depending on your humanity level, at lower humanity levels, it's harder and harder to wake you up. So, I mean, at humanity 7 or 8, you got a decent chance of waking up during the day. Let me see what your humanity is. Humanity 8 for the Toreador, and humanity 7 for the Malkavian. So, you know, for you two, it's challenging but not impossible to wake up. However, you know Renauld has been around for decades, so he's probably at a much lower humanity, which means it's going to take a lot to wake him up.
What does a humanity mean?
Humanity is how close you are to human.
Okay, so he's not. He's very much a vampire.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like ethical. So all like most humans aren't. Like humanity 10 is the most human. Most humans, like normal humans, sit around 7 or 8.
Right. Goody two shoes are maybe 8, but most people are around 7.
Yeah.
But the longer you're alive, the more jaded you get, the lower your humanity goes.
Yeah.
Like a humanity 5 and 6, you're like, hey, people die. It happens. People die, stuff breaks. Who cares? Humanity 4, you'd be more like, well, they were cattle, so they deserve to. And the lower your humanity score, the harder it is to wake up. And if you get put into torpor for some reason, which is kind of like endless sleep. I don't know if you've watched any vampire movies. They kind of whitewash torpor a little bit. But if you get forced into torpor for whatever reason, your humanity is how long you stay there. And the lower your humanity, the longer you stay stuck in torpor. And if you've got a really low humanity, it may be you can't wake up for 5 centuries. You're just out. Humanity 8, I think, is a few days. Humanity 7 is a week. Stuff like that. But the lower your humanity rating, the longer you're out. So you know that Renauld's salon that he has planned is very fancy, very opulent, and there are a lot of moving parts, and there's going to be a lot of important people there in the kindred community. Now, he is I think he's an anarch, I want to say. Let's see. And I just read this a little bit ago.
How do I know if my hunger is a 1 or what number my hunger is?
I
Should
went
be
ahead
marked
and
on your
started
character.
it because it's not marked on these sheets. But I just start everybody at hunger 1.
Okay.
If you use disciplines or that kind of stuff, it can go up. So he is a Camarilla socialite, and you know that his clout, if you will, his influence, his status in the Camarilla is kind of what's been keeping you guys around. Because he's been looking after you guys, for lack of a better term. Mentoring you or whatever you call it. And he is well connected. And usually, the bigger the party, the more big name Camarilla people show up. One this size, it seeing the prince of the city would not be unheard of. You're likely to see like the prince, the seneschal. The seneschal is kind of like the advisor to the prince. The scourge, who's kind of like the chief enforcer of the prince. Um, the harpy, which is kind of like
The
sounds
HOA.
like yeah, the one who runs the social calendar and all that kind of stuff. Keeps all the dirt on everybody. So these are the type of people that will show up to a party of this size.
Very important people.
Yes, very important people. People that can very easily decide you are no longer worthy of being around and have you killed.
Okay, so I have a few questions.
Sure.
One, when is the salon?
Tonight.
And how long do we have until guests start pouring
A
in?
couple of hours.
Okay, all right. And two, who sent us the text that that Renauld died?
That was Simon, Renault's personal ghoul and servant.
Okay, where's Simon now?
You guys can look around. You eventually find him. He is in bad shape.
Mhm.
He appears. It suggests a roll, but I ain't getting far with it. I'm not dice happy. He appears to have been gut shot. He's in the private elevator, and the doors keep trying to close, but his foot's in the way. It looked like, and he still has the phone in his hand, and he appears barely conscious.
The foot or phone?
He still has his phone in his hand. Sorry.
I heard foot, and I was like, wait, he has a foot in his hand?
Okay. First of all, I think
mean,
we
he
should
is kinda
get
weird,
him
so
out
he
of the
might, but-
elevator.
Okay.
Is he conscious at all?
He is conscious, but he seems to fade in and out.
Okay, so my first question I ask him is like, what happened?
So he will tell you that he is unsure. It appears to be, from what he saw, it was a hit team of hunters. They seemed extremely well organized and well funded, well equipped. So probably professional org. How they learned about
Okay.
Renauld and his sleeping chamber, I have no idea.
How many were there?
I saw 4 upstairs,
4.
but I heard
just
a lot others.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
So if I
Right,
had to guess,
okay.
I'd say it was the team was probably a dozen or so.
Okay, all right. Okay, we need to come up. Okay, let's see. They aren't gonna believe us if we tell them that. Okay, how is there any way we can get proof? What's that? Okay. What do we need? What do we need? We need some alibis. Alibis. When did this happen?
Simon said he went down to the wine cellar, and as he was coming up out of the wine cellar, he heard the commotion. So he rushed upstairs, and it looks like they had already taken out Renauld, and he saw people fleeing the property. From what he could
Okay.
tell, it was probably a targeted hit. They showed up, they took out Renault, and disappeared.
Okay. Hey, all right. I'm gonna pull Polina aside. Like, okay, so what do we do about this?
You're asking me.
I don't. This is a bit above my pay grade. Listen. I lie for a living, and this. God, I don't know what we're gonna do with this. And Jeff is kind of beginning to panic. Like just like, shit, this is bad.
I
This is
kind
bad,
of
this is bad.
just look stunned right now at what's going on. I think the first thing that we should do, like, is there cameras? Does he have cameras in the building?
Yes, and they're digital.
Okay.
They don't have a tape. They're just digital. However,
Mm.
somebody seemed to find the security room and pulled all the hard drives.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay. Well, that's not good.
We could blame it on. No, no, we could blame it on Simon.
You want to blame this on Simon?
I've just said. Well, I mean, okay, okay. About it, is Simon within earshot of us right now?
Um, he's somewhat in the elevators, but I mean, it's not going to be hard for you guys to take a few steps
Okay,
away.
yeah. I'm get Wolf like turns to Hall. I'm like, okay, so hear me out. I erase his memory. Em- Emery, no, that's gonna be too obvious. And I'm just saying, like, I'm not taking the fall for this, and we're gonna take the fall for this.
You could just kill Simon.
And that actually
What are
that's
they gonna do?
the no, but that doesn't do anything to help our situation. Okay, you know what? Okay,
This feels like a game of investigation.
And
Oh
and
my god.
something you would know is that as a ghoul, it is extremely hard to turn on your master. I mean, it's
Hmm.
fair.
been
Yeah,
done,
that's
but it would be extremely hard for Simon to turn on his boss.
This makes things
yeah.
even harder. Um, okay. Um, what is the objective of this right now? To figure out who murdered him?
The objective is to primarily make sure nobody finds out about his murder, and that
Okay,
and
cool.
that the
Okay,
salon goes off without a hitch.
okay.
The
Okay. You know
salon,
what?
it.
The
I
party,
think I have
sorry.
an idea. Um, First of all, we need to clean this up.
Mm-hmm.
Second, we need to hide the body.
Mm, but isn't it just Ash?
Well, I mean, it's a
It's
charred
it's
skeleton, so
becoming ash,
okay,
Okay.
then we'll just get a
but
dustpan.
not the
Even
skeleton.
easier for us.
The skeleton, the bones will remain, but everything else will be turned to ash.
Okay.
Yep.
What
So we gotta
if
hide that this happened, and okay, maybe, t- maybe we could say that he walked into the sunlight. That's not unrealistic. I mean, I know that happens to you guys a lot, right?
hmm Yeah,
Right?
no,
Like
that's
maybe
totally.
we spin some story that the pressure was too much for him and the sun looked too pretty and he walked out into the sunlight and poof, there he was.
You know what, Jeff? I think this is the best thing you've ever said. I think this is the best idea.
However,
I'm being
you also
sarcastic.
know that that would mean that his death becomes public and your futures may be forfeit.
All right, so okay. You know what? Well, you know what? Well, put sorry, like I'm guessing this is like sort of like a wooded area, like long ass driveway up to like
Think think palatial estate would be the best description.
I'm just
sorry,
thinking of a
palatial.
mansion right now. Um,
Okay.
well, we could vacuum it up, put him in the vacuum, but like, could we like make it somehow that's not public? How do we make it so it doesn't get to the public? What if we
Well,
say he went on vacation and then he died in vacation or like something along those lines?
okay. Um,
Or he went missing.
Yeah, but doesn't that also look suspicious that we're the ones to break the news to him?
You would know from having been to several of these that when he throws a party, he always likes to be a center of attention. Well, Toreador. So
But he went missing.
the
If he
idea
goes
that he
missing,
would throw a party and then not attend You know that would be
He
very
went
unusual.
missing before the party. He went to go get something for the party and went missing.
Okay. All right.
Because no one will believe that he just left right before the party. He just didn't attend. So if we just have him go missing, then that's more believable. Like he went to go get something for this party at nighttime the night before.
At the same time, though, I mean, this isn't the house. Like, this isn't the guy who lives a life where he goes out to do errands.
Right.
He lives a life where he gets other people to do the errands for him.
Often Simon.
Yeah.
You would also know that being a ghoul, Simon, should he not survive, his body would revert to his normal age. Ghouling someone stops the aging process.
Ghouls are what exactly? Someone that feeds on blood, like vampires feed them.
Basically, they're a
Yes.
vampire's slave.
Yeah.
They're fed a bit of blood like around once a week to stop their aging, and in return they are basically the vampire's errand boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you taste the same vampire's blood 3 times on separate nights, you're what's called blood bonded to them, which means you're just linked. And a ghoul is somebody that has been bloodbound to a particular kindred.
So,
and in the world of vampire, they're considered property. They're no longer considered a person; they're just property.
So we can't have him go missing. We can't vacuum him up and say that he got killed by sunlight. So like, what else is there that we could do?
Well, wait, does he have any political enemies? We could just.
Oh,
wait,
certainly.
are there?
Certainly.
Wait a second. Okay, listen. Wait, are there any anarchs in the city?
It doesn't list any, but it's a possibility.
Okay, blame it on the anarchs.
There are several people on his guest list for the evening that don't get along with him. And I will give you his guest list.
Where are you sending it via chat?
I'll just read it off to you. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, I went too far. There we go. There's Shireen Kadi, a loyal Camarilla Bruja, hard to find. He served as an archon to the Tremere Justicar for a time, but never seemed to find another master afterwards. Shireen is a brutal combatant and a thrill seeker. Her long-rumored polyamorous personal relationship with Renauld and Hanamir is likely the only thing keeping her from joining the Anarchs or seeking her end in the Gehenna War. There is Diana de Chase, who was embraced by an unusually gorgeous Banu Hakim. Diana spent several years as a ghoul and was allowed several years to train her mind, transition to her true gender, and wrap up her mortal affairs before becoming a kindred. She has become a close confidant of the local prince, and many whisper she could be the next seneschal. There is Fardid Azrak, an austere old Malkavian, originally from Jaffa, who has lost all interest in romance or other worldly pursuits, or to even a greater degree than most others of his age. His premonitions and cold eye for detail makes him a favorite advisor to the Primogen, although sometimes he has a tendency to ramble about Nodist lore that makes little sense to the fledglings and neonates around him. I'm assuming you're not familiar with the Book of Nod. The Book of Nod is kind of like some people believe it's the origin story of vampires, where they came from and how they came to be. It's not the only story that's out there. It's one of the 2 primary ones. There's Hanamir, While Tremere rarely impressed at parties, Hannah is a notable exception. Stylish and quick-witted, it's easy to see why Shireen and Renauld kept their hearts open to her even after she mysteriously left for parts unknown a few years ago. She resigned her post in the Primogen and claimed the beckoning had caught hold of her, something not everyone was convinced was true. Now she's back and looking to reclaim all of her abandoned toys. There is Primogen Robert DeSalle. As a consequence of the beckoning, many Primogen in tonight's domains are surprisingly young. DeSalle is Renault's undeclared progeny, and possibly the reason he didn't want to serve in the Primogen. Rumored to have failed at securing an alliance with the former Primogen, the Tremere Hannah. There is Alexei the Scourge, who is a strange individual even for a Nosferatu. Alexei relishes the job of keeping the city clean of thin-bloods and other undesirable kindred that might threaten the masquerade. They're known to hold offbeat ideas about the origins of the Tremere and the quality of their vitae. There's the Seneschal Marquis de Venter. Seneschal de Venter is Prince Klein's right hand. Her bitter rivalry, boy, I can't talk today, with Diana de Chase is considered both unseemly and the most interesting game in town. The two are locking horns over who has the better claim to the prince's ear and the title of Seneschal. And finally, there is Prince Malcolm Klein, a young prince with no accolades or scandals of note, of uncertain lineage, but understood to be a Venter. Generally held to be a weak, untested prince who may expect to fall soon. Those are the people you know that are rumored to be there. That are rumored to appear.
I feel like we should do it on the political, like the anarchists. We should blame it on the anarchists.
Yeah, I mean, what else? I mean, God, I mean, it's a perfect. We have a perfect storm. Like, we have a new prince who's not very firm in his position. Ishin, who I'm guessing isn't very good at making quick decisions. So it's like, yeah, now would be the perfect time to take out one of his like higher politicians.
His rivals.
If that
Right.
this is the start of a larger anarch plot. Like, okay, I think we got this. We don't hide anything. We fill Simon in on we fill in Simon on this. If he doesn't, if he, okay, I'm gonna go talk to Simon, and like just lay out how this is gonna happen, and yeah,
Sounds like a good plan.
yeah. I I think maybe we should try to wait till after the party. I think though.
You want to wait till after the party to
Yeah,
let
I don't think it's a
everybody
good
know
idea to
that
do
he
it.
died?
I think what might be a okay. It looks suspicious if we blame it on a boogeyman. A boogeyman, because
Well,
like
we
the
could
prince.
have the party, but everyone's gonna expect to see him.
Yeah, I mean, okay, hear me out. We okay. We head back to our havens. We wait till the
Mhm.
party.
Mhm.
Artie, and we arrive late. How long do we have until the party, and how long does it take for us to get to our havens?
It doesn't take more than about 15 minutes or so to get to your havens. And you've got a couple hours to the party, but there's a lot of last minute details that still have to be arranged.
Okay, so
What is
all
your
right.
idea with going back to our house and arriving late? What is that for? To make sure that looks like we had nothing to do
That
with
way
it?
we aren't implicated here because like oh we were back at our havens and we arrived late, so how could we get over here to kill him?
Mhm. I think that sounds good. Um, do we? How do we get a ride back?
We got the limos.
Okay, yeah.
And
Can we have?
there's a big parking garage underneath the house.
Is there
Yeah.
limos in that parking garage?
Oh, there's probably one or two in there. But
Okay, so I'm
Renault was
gonna
kind of a
Yeah, let's
car
take
guy.
plainer cars. We don't want to get anything too ostentatious.
let's do what?
Renault's
Anything that
garage
like
does not include plain cars. They are all fancy and flashy.
okay.
Uh,
This is
we take a taxi back?
no, I don't think taxis will be passing through this part of town. Like,
I wish we had the ability to teleport.
yeah,
So at this point, you would hear Simon still in the elevator. Um, he is begging you guys for a drink of blood because he is in bad shape, and blood would help him heal.
that's fair.
Would
I
there
don't really
be blood in Reynolds' place
No,
somewhere?
no.
Oh well, fuck. What the
okay,
hell?
okay, I'm okay. Look, I don't really want to do it. Just want rock paper scissors for it. Just
Okay, rock,
rock
paper,
paper
scissors.
scissors shoot.
Okay, rock,
Rock paper
rock,
paper
scissors,
scissors.
shoot. We
Okay,
got you.
yeah, all right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bind to my wrist and like, okay, here you go. And
Okay.
yeah, I know that requires a rouse check.
So vampires can feed each other their own blood.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically their version
frowned
of
upon.
sex.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. I thought they had to feed off humans. I wasn't sure.
No. There's a thing called a blood wedding, which is highly frowned upon, where two vampires blood bond each other to
Okay,
themselves,
Okay,
and
so
it's
how do I?
considered a wedding.
Okay, so how does feeding him my blood work? Do I have to make a roll or?
Yeah. It's a rouse check. I think it's a
Okay.
/V /V rouse. I think that sounds right. No. No. Maybe not.
Okay. All right. My hunger is fine.
Okay. Dang it.
Okay. There. Okay. There you
Okay.
are.
Hunger
Y'all.
did not go up.
Yeah. Yeah.
so how are we on a second floor or first floor right now?
You guys are still. You guys are on the second floor because you went up to his bedroom.
Okay. Are we bringing Renauld with us? Or are we leaving him here? Or not Renauld. You know who I'm talking about. The other one, Simon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess we should probably take him with us. I mean, he's a key witness.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So who's taking him to whose house? What's going on?
I say. That's not, how about this? You stay here and you handle all the last minute preparations.
I
And
need to be at home. I can't have anyone finding out I'm here.
no, I was talking to Simon.
Okay.
Okay, so Simon, I mean, you stay at the mansion and handle all the last minute preparations and bring people in. And if they ask where Renauld is, uh, say he- say he's out feeding. By the way, wait, how does he normally feed?
He has a herd. He's got several blood dolls that stay at the mansion.
Okay, let's say he's in his okay, if anyone asked, say that you think he's somewhere in the mansion feeding before the party. So that he's got a clear head. We'll head back to our respective havens, and we'll arrive 30 minutes late. And around this time, and after that, I want you to wait another 30 minutes. And when you and it's, say you're looking for Renaud, and then try to really play up your shock at him being gone. Okay.
He nods understanding.
All right. Okay. Okay. Listen, and remember this: we go down, you go down with us. Got it?
Yeah, understood.
It's like listen, no one is gonna take you in after this if they like you just like uh, okay. So repeat back the plan to me.
He will repeat it.
Hmm. Okay. Good. All right then. I guess we should probably be heading back to our havens then. And uh, okay, I will take one of the cars.
So as you guys
I
head
know they're
down,
all flashy, but like, what is like the least flashy out of all of them?
probably his favorite Porsche.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. We'll take that.
Um, as you guys get downstairs, um, a armored SUV, suburban SUV, pulls up out front, and former Archon, Shireen Cuddy arrives before the other guests. She parks
Oh
in the
fuck.
circular driveway, and she has 8 mortal blood dolls in tow, which are willing members of Renauld's herd who volunteered to be fed on at the party. She is one of Renauld's paramours and moves around the haven as if it's her own. She takes the blood dolls to one of the mansion's modified dining rooms before she asks you about what preparations you've made for the party.
So she sees us, and there's no chance for us to hide.
Oh, no, she definitely knows you're there.
Okay. All right. Okay. Should we tell her the truth?
Do we have spells in this game? Is there such thing as spells or anything like that?
No.
We Okay. Ha, we have something called disciplines, which are basically just vampire ability.
Abilities, right.
Okay. And where do we find that?
Yeah. So on your sheet, there should be a little spot called disciplines,
Okay, hang on, let me go
and
look.
it'll list what disciplines that you have.
Okay, skills,
Okay.
attributes, touchstones, plan, blood potency. I don't know where my disciplines are.
It's under skills.
Under skills,
Yeah.
my discipline is heightened senses, unswayable mind, and lingering kiss. So what is an unswayable mind?
Unswayable mind, which means it's mental disciplines have a higher difficulty of working on you. Your mind is kind of
Could I
fortified
use
against mental
that for?
disciplines.
Could I use that on someone else? Like, could I use it to make them forget something?
No, no, that's a dominate ability. You
Yeah,
have awe, which
I can
is
do that. Which one second, let me check them.
awe means for an unprepared mortal, it just makes you the center of attention.
See, I don't want that. I want her to forget where she is, or to forget about the party in general.
No. That's gonna be too much. Okay, all right. What would Renauld usually have prepared?
Not much.
I mean,
He's
like
he's
we've been
left.
to other salons that he's from. Like, what does he normally bring out?
Um, Again, usually leaves entertainment to the last minute, and I will tell you who he's lined up as possible entertainers. There is a blood troop, a group of kindred acrobats and contortionists able to mold their own flesh and blood into startling shapes and poses. They're young Zamitsi siblings and have performed at some of the most prestigious Camarilla salons in Eastern Europe and the Middle East. There is Lady Divine, who is a larger than unlife singer able to bring bloody tears of joy or sorrow to dead eyes. It's unclear if their incredible voice is the product of decades of mastery or the result of some subtle disciplines that even the most astute keepers of Elysium seem unable to detect. There is Farid, who you're expecting. Um, Uses his impressive oratory and deep understanding of Nodist lore. He weaves tales of the first vampire's journey through the land of Nod. Now, you
Could
would know
we
that Renault always preferred to have a single entertainer, um, but multiple entertainers wouldn't be odd.
mm,
The one exception is Lady Divine, who never agrees to perform with anybody else. I mean, you could try to convince her, but it's not going to be easy.
could we just like say we were dropping something off at Renault's, but like act like he was there, and then we leave and then he's not there?
You can try whatever you want to try.
I was not good at CSI Miami or any of those things, so I'm really bad at this. What do you think, Jeff?
Okay. Sorry. What was her name?
Shireen, I believe.
Sorry, Shireen.
Shireen Kadi.
Miss Kadi. Really sorry. We were not expecting you so early.
You can roll charisma and subterfuge to keep her from getting. It would to deflect any suspicion she
You
might
better
have.
roll good.
Don't worry.
Because
This is what I'm good at.
you know she's there all the time. Holy crap! 5 successes.
Slay! Ah!
Mm-hmm.
She kind of gives you a look that you seem to interpret as she's not 100% sure she believes you, but she doesn't have any reason not to. And then she escorts her group of blood dolls into a lounge around the dining
She went
area.
in? She went inside the house?
Yeah, she's inside the house.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Let's see here.
Because
Okay.
you know she walks around like she owns the place. Even though it's not her place. She's been there enough, she just walks around like she owns it.
Okay. Make yourself at home.
Oh, I will.
I'm sorry.
And she just continues on with her little blood dolls, like ducklings behind her.
Okay,
We're
I'm
gonna
just
have
gonna
to
leave
kill
her to
her.
it because I feel like if I say any more, she's gonna get suspicious. Yes. Oh, by the way, where's Simon?
Simon is recovering upstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go check on him.
He's out of the elevator, and he's just sitting on a nearby chair.
Okay.
And he will
go
start cleaning things up, putting statues back on their pedestals and straightening things. And he started cleaning up. The whole time he's muttering to himself, "This isn't right. This isn't neat. This isn't right. This isn't neat." Because he's been with Renauld for long enough. He knows how Renauld wants the place. Just immaculate. And it's not that now. So he is trying his best, probably failing miserably, but he's trying to make it look better.
Okay.
Even though he knows Renauld is not going to come back and say, "Hey, this isn't right." It's been in his program for so long that that's what he's going to do.
Trying to think. What if we left the party, or what if we go upstairs and tell him that, like, he still knows the plan, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what if we tell him we're gonna go home while he fixes up the place and arrive later?
Well, we can't do that because one of the guests already knows that we were here.
We're gonna have to somehow, like, make her forget somehow, and I don't know how.
Oh, well, I could cloud her memory, but that would only make her forget the present moment. And frankly, I don't have full confidence that I, my like mind powers would be strong enough to make her to have an effect on her.
Okay, I guess we might as well just start helping with this party at this point, or
Okay,
say that we might have to go home and get something.
yeah, okay. Okay, Bowie Simon, change of plans, and we'll say that we came here to help set up the salon.
Mm.
And you don't know, and right, so how bloody is he looking? Like,
Simon, he's starting to heal. Like the gunshot hole has healed, but he still looks pretty roughed up.
yeah, okay.
Mm.
Go upstairs, get yourself cleaned up, put on a fresh set of clothes. Oves, 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 when you, Oves, at some point during the night, don't tell me when, go up and go up to where Renault's body is, and act surprised. We'll stick with, with Cherie. We'll stick with Cherie. That way we have an alibi for where we were, er, and hopefully we'll get out of this scot free.
Play.
He gives you a very unsure okay. Kind of like a, okay. You can tell he's not confident at all in that idea.
Okay, I'm going to okay, um in that case I'm gonna compel him to go upstairs and get cleaned up.
Okay, that'll work. And no need to roll. He's unprepared, so. And he's probably been programmed considerably, so
Yeah, plus he did also drink my blood, so
yes.
that might also yeah. Okay, we're gonna go hang with Sharid and eat just so that we have an alibi. Okay, and where is she at the present moment?
Well, the blood dolls are in one of the side rooms. You do not see her now.
Oh, she's gone.
Well, you don't see her. She's probably somewhere in the
Hmm.
house.
Okay, so we just yell out Cherie.
Okay, or we could just ask about, hey, where'd your boss go?
Um, that way. And they point toward one of the doors that's leading toward the old kitchen.
Okay, I'll head the. Okay, I'll head that way.
So you enter the kitchen. Um, you don't see her. And
Oh,
you're kind
fuck.
of looking around. And one of the swing doors will just flap open. And she'll just appear like right beside you.
Mm.
Okay,
And
again, I'm
she
like,
like,
oh Jesus fucking Christ!
is the entertainment planned? Who'd you book?
Oh, Farid. That was his name,
Eh,
right? It's
yeah, yeah. She's like, all right. And then, boom, she's back out the door. The other door swings, and she's gone.
okay, okay.
She's got the blink ability, which means she can go from point
Yeah,
A to point B in
yeah,
just
yeah,
the blink of an eye. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, all right. Guess I'll head back. What are the blood dolls doing?
Sitting there patiently, talking amongst themselves. A couple are playing on their phone.
Are blood dolls blood donors?
Yes.
Okay.
There are
Yeah,
people that are
that.
that willingly allow vampires to feed on them.
Okay.
I was about to say blood donors is a pretty generous term for what they are.
Yeah.
Like, this is the automatic.
Willingly or not, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just try to hang out. Okay, I guess I'll just try to hang around there. Maybe flirt a bit. Basically the only thing I want to be is that basically the only thing I'm trying to do is make sure that basically my goal right now is to make sure that as far as anyone knows, we don't know that anyone knows. We do not know that we did not know about Renauld dying. Simon doesn't know about Renauld dying, and that we were here either with Sharid or with the Blood Dolls.
Okay.
Basically to make it look like we couldn't have had the time to kill him.
If you eventually go back and check up on Simon, he is cleaned up, but he is still cleaning stuff.
Hmm.
Okay, that's what he's supposed to be doing.
It would seem like it's probably because he's been dominated so much and his blood bond was so strong that that's just what he did. So he cleaned up, clean clothes and whatnot, and he's just tidying, straightening things, moving things, putting everything back.
And he's agreeing with us to forget about, pretend that he doesn't know anything about this.
Sure. You
Yeah.
don't know,
Okay.
you
Perfect.
don't know if he could do it convincingly.
Well, what else are we gonna do?
Well, if not, we can. Trust me, I am confident enough in my ability to lie. I'm confident enough in my ability to lie that I'm confident enough in my ability to lie. If worst comes to worst, we can blame it on him.
Oh yeah. No, that sounds amazing. I don't know how you always have the best ideas. I love that you're wearing a World of Darkness t-shirt.
No, I'm actually not. It's from the
No,
Apollo
I was
space
meant
I
station.
am.
Pro.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've got 2 of these and a vampire one.
Okay.
So funny. I got none. I got a lace top today.
Mm.
I would like a World of Darkness t-shirt. I only play vampire, so I don't know why I would get one.
They make vampire t-shirts, but
I'd like
Yeah,
some.
the only one I got here is this space one because I'm going to go see Project Hail Mary later. So,
What is that?
it's this movie. It's this The Martian.
No, I'm not. I'm not big into sci-fi, but I'm gonna assume it's a sci-fi movie, right?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, there's this weird space algae that's eating the sun, and it's threatening to plunge the world into an ice age.
What?
And humanity's only hope is to send a astronaut by the name of Ryland Grace, who before this mission was a middle school science teacher.
Interesting.
It makes sense of the movie, but basically, long story short, he goes to a star where the space algae is present, but it's not destroying its sun. And on the way there, he meets a alien who he calls Rocky, and the two of them, whose star is also infected with the space algae, and they have to work together, like make work past the communication barrier and the physical and biological barriers that the two of them have in order to save both of their worlds.
This sounds like something I wouldn't watch, but I'm happy you're going to go see it.
Yeah.
I don't even watch movies. It's so bad. I do have to go in 3 minutes if you want to wrap this up.
yeah, sure. So you guys have decided on several plans. Shireen is lumbering around the house. You have not decided. Oh, you decided on Farid as the entertainment, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you would know. Well, before we go, let me give you the description of the mansion because mine wasn't
Okay.
very detailed, and they've got a very detailed one in here. The salon takes place inside a modern mansion, roughly designed in the style of a Victorian manor house. It's a modern building commissioned by someone with a deep nostalgia for times past. Surrounded by a sprawling suburban estate outside town, Renault's mansion is secluded, but the grounds are well maintained. An award-winning and a very well-lit, walkable rose garden stretches out into the distance, the south from the south portico in the rear of the house. While there is an underground parking garage that can be accessed by internal elevator or staircase, guest vehicles are left with their drivers on the wide circular driveway that connects with the wide steps before the mansion's covered portico. The mansion's main floor can only be accessed from the outside via the reinforced main entryway that leads into the vestibule. The underground garage's steel gate, or by scaling the high wall of the east porch and breaching the heavy fire door that leads into the east room. The salon itself mostly takes place in the massive east room, where the guests are welcome to chat privately and... I'm losing my place. It's a lot of stuff here. Guests are
Take your
welcome to chat privately and enjoy the object art in the connected lounges known as the Green Room and the circular Blue Room in the mansion's heart. Feeding is only allowed on mortals located in the dining room, located in the western portion of the house that connects to the master staircase and the house's private internal elevator. The mansion is protected by a modern fire suppression system that is not dependent on electricity, nor can it be accessed remotely. As an added touch, all of the legacy fireplaces have been shut in with concrete and their hearths lit with high-definition displays of crackling flames. The mansion's windows are also made of impact-resistant glass that can absorb multiple gunshots and require a feat of strength of 6 to break through. The servants' quarters are located below the main floor and were mostly converted into the aforementioned parking garage. Only Renault's ghoul Simon keeps a small room here and is currently the only person with the correct biometrics to use the internal elevator. While trusted mortals regularly guard and serve at the mansion, for the salon all security is provided by the court though they number only a handful of ghouls and fledgling vampires. The second floor of the mansion only contains a few bedrooms, including Renault's richly appointed and windowless resting area, which can only be accessed through a hidden door in the master bedroom, Renault only used as a dressing room. Renault's wardrobe, jewelry, and accessories in this area would likely fetch 3 temporary dots of resources if they were undamaged and sold to a scrupulous collector. Here are some environmental features for the rooms most likely to be used. The East Room is a massive stateroom with chandeliers, heavy drapes, and antique chairs. A showcase for a sensibility that could be described as timeless or possibly even old-fashioned. For a temperamental vampire, there are many objects that can be shattered, vases, statuettes, and light fixtures. If this happens, you would be obligated to move the party to another room while someone cleans up the mess. The Green and Blue Rooms, 2 connected lounges featuring art pieces at least 100 years old. Some of the pieces here are extremely valuable, making their destruction all the more heart-rending for anyone with aspirations of Renault's legacy. The dining room. This is where immortal blood dolls brought in for the party hang out. Those who have already been fed from are weak and dazed, some in need of medical attention. Others are desperate to experience the kiss. A few might even have secret designs on becoming vampires themselves, if they have figured out the nature of their predicament. For the rest, Renault's parties are exciting, clandestine society events which tend to leave them feeling hungover and yearning for the next one. Memories fragmented, but full of desire. Finally, the Red Room, a secure, fortified safe room that's hard to break into if it's locked from the inside. The paintings here feature subjects from the Book of Nod. They represent a threat to the masquerade. They represent a threat to the masquerade to someone with the knowledge to grasp their meaning. Otherwise, they're just old pictures of vampires.
Can you send me the descriptions of the rooms?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
I
That's a
can go ahead
lot
and
of
post
things
it in the
to
server.
remember. Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
that
probably
would be
best.
great.
Yep.
Because I am not going to remember all that other than the red room, because that sounds the most interesting.
no, I get it. It's a lot of information.
Hmm.
Let's see.
It's okay though.
But anyway, I know you got to go. So
Yes. Are you guys going to keep playing, or are you guys just gonna?
we
I
can end it
mean,
here. It's up.
yeah,
It's up to
yeah,
you. I mean, it's 2 is tough. 1 is just about impossible.
yeah.
Yeah. Next week I will be completely fine. I can play like as long as I need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy leaving off here. I just
Oh,
expect next week to be better. I'll be better in my character.
oh. Okay, I can't make it next week. I got a D&D session, and I have
On
to.
Sundays?
Right. Yeah, yeah. I forgot. Normally we do it Saturday, which is Saturday, but like we've had some scheduling conflicts because exam season's coming up. And everyone's got some stuff going on, so we had to reschedule next week to Sunday, and so
Well,
I'm
the
sorry
the
about that.
next game is April 5th.
Oh, it's April 5th. I thought it was next week.
Oh,
That makes
okay,
sense.
No,
all right then. Yeah,
it's
sure,
every
that's
other
fine.
week.
Yeah.
It's every other week.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
let
that's
me
cool.
mark this
All
in
right.
my schedule. April 5th.
I tried doing games every week, and it's just I can't do it. 2-hour sessions
Yeah.
every other week just works a lot smoother.
Well, you get like how many campaigns? You run a lot of campaigns, right?
I am not. I'm running a Vampire Chronicle. I'm doing the Play Renegades, and I'm working on starting a Hunter Chronicle as well.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you were
And
doing
once
more
the
than
Hunter
that.
story gets up and running, hopefully next year I'll start a Werewolf Chronicle.
Love it. Okay, I am going to go, my pretties, but it was nice playing with you, and thank you so much, and I will see you on the 5th.
And I will post all that description and stuff in the server.
All right, see you later, Rose. Nice meeting you.
Yes. Yep. You too. See ya.
Okay, take care.